from Mike Burwell Serves. Oh yes, I'm happy to see you too. And today is time for Mike's Magical Motivation. Oh yes, I get excited when I think about this because I get thoughts that I really want to begin to share with you. And today I want to talk about a serious subject, something that really keeps us back, something that really keeps us from pursuing our dreams. And it's this issue of fear. Even when you look at the news, when you look at the media and what they're saying, what you find is there's so many stories about things that are making you afraid. We don't know what Trump's going to do when he gets in office. I don't know if ISIS is going to attack the world. I don't know if my job's going to lay me off or healthcare is going to go away. But let me share something with you. These things are going to happen, whether you're afraid or not. So what do you have to do to approach this thing called fear? Because we all are afraid of something. How many of y'all are afraid of something? I know I am. I got things I was afraid of. And some 6 months ago, I was working hard, doing some work, some project management work for my company. And one day, they called the team into this office and said, unfortunately, your job has been impacted. Oh man, I had no idea what I was going to do. But then I remembered something. I remembered all the days I used to walk downtown. I would walk from 1500 Spring Garden all the way to 1901, listening to motivational messages and reading books. And I knew that this moment would come. And I was afraid. I shared it with my wife and I said, honey, I'm really, really afraid. And you know what she said? She said 3 words that changed my life, that helped me to approach fear. She said, go for it. Go for it. This is a time for you to live your dream. Was I afraid? Yes. I didn't know what kind of audience I was going to have. But let me tell you something. I took a step. So the first key you got to do is acknowledge that you're afraid. Are you afraid to take a shot? Yes. What are you afraid of? Number 1, I might fail. Great. Number 2, it might work out and I don't know how to handle it. Oh, that's great too. Number 3, they might not like me. I might lose friends. Great. You might lose them anyway. See, you acknowledge your fears. You acknowledge your fears. And the one thing that the devil loves to do when it comes to all of us is he loves to stomp fears into you to make you think about them more than the dream that you're chasing. But I want you to acknowledge your fear. Acknowledge that it exists. And number 2, I need you to approach your fear. Approach it. You want to stand guard. Look it dead in its eyes and say, fear, you're not going to stop me because I got a dream, I got a purpose, and you got to do this for your family. You got to do this for your wife. Do this for your husband. You're doing this for your grandmother. You're doing this for your children. Get your why done. You got to have a why for why you're approaching this thing that's stronger than the fear that you face. What's my why? 1, I want to get my wife that house she's always wanted. She's always told me, honey, I want a big house because I like to serve people and I want to host. Well, that's my reason why I got to get out here and speak. Number 2, I got to get out here and speak because I want to change the world. I want to change the world. I don't want my son, Amir, or my unborn children to grow up and face what I had to face without nobody telling them that they have a dream. So you got to approach it, look it dead in its eyes. And number 3, you got to attack it. You got to go with it with everything you got. You fight that dream. You keep your hands up like Buster Douglas when Mike was coming at him. You know, he took some shots. He said, But you know what? Buster Douglas fell and he said, listen, I'm doing this for my mother. I'm doing this because I got a dream. And he said, I'm going to knock Mike out today. And next thing you know, one thing he realized was Mike was always swinging, but he never took a hit. Who face are you going to give a hit today? Are you going to give the enemy a hit today? Are you going to give your doubters a hit today? Are you going to step up and face your dream with everything you got? That's why I go out here and speak. That's why I go out here trying to change lives, because they told me I couldn't. And since now that I'm able to do it, I'm going to go out here and touch as many people as I can, and I want you to do the same thing. So attack your dream. Don't let nobody outwork or outthink or outclass or outshine you. Not so that you can boast, but so that you can help more people. And in helping more people, your dream will explode. So ladies and gentlemen, that's how you approach this thing called fear. Fear you're going to have. I'm never going to tell you not to have it. But I want you to acknowledge it. I want you to approach it. And I want you to attack it head on and knock it out today. In the words of my wife, I want you to go for it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mike Burwell, and keep smiling.